In this episode, we're going to be talking about how to make passive income. This is part 4, and we're going to talk about automation.
Welcome to Thriving Launch with Louise Congdon and Kamala Chambers, the show for heart-centered entrepreneurs who want it all.
5 days a week, we bring you different segments to inspire you to live a life of freedom. We interview the leading experts in the field of business, health, and love. Be sure to check out Training Tuesdays, where we give you a clear action plan to grow your own business.
How would you like to be able to interview world-class experts, sit down and have chats with people like Jack Canfield, Marianne Williamson, Robert Kiyosaki, Tim Ferriss, you name it? Would you love to interview other people that you really admire and consider to be your heroes? Well, we've created a course for you that teaches you how to podcast, how to set it all up, and how to get going so that you can really have a successful show and you can do it properly. Over at thrivinglaunch.com, we have a podcasting course, and it's there for you, waiting for you to snatch it up. So head on over to thrivinglaunch.com and let me teach you how to podcast the right way.
In this episode, we're talking all about how to make passive income. We're going to dive into part 4. So in the first episode on this, we talked about an overview of creating passive income. Then we talked about really knowing your audience and asking them what they want. And then in the next episode, we really dove into creating your own online course. In this episode, I want to talk to you guys about automation, automating your sales, right? Because that creates the passive income part. If you can set up the software to do the work for you, you don't have to be there to actually make the sell. Imagine that, like if you're a coach and you're always putting out content and you're always putting out information and you have to rely on getting clients one-on-one, imagine taking yourself out of the equation completely, having your information just recorded, and then people get attracted to that and they're able to just buy without you even having to be there. So it's very leverageable. So we want to set up the automation of your sales. One part of this is going to be setting up a members area. So if you set up as soon as someone buys, then they should automatically be added to a members area. And with a membership site or a membership area, they have access to all the content, whether you are there or not, right? That means that all of the stuff that you've recorded, all the information that walks them through all the modules that gets them to the result that they want is in a password protected website that they only get the password in the login when they buy from you. So that's going to be a really essential part, right? Another essential part is getting a funnel set up to sell for you. So what this means is that if you look at a blog site like thrivinglaunch.com, that's a blog site that has all these different things going on, right? We have an about page, we have services, we have a contact page. There are a lot of different things. All the podcast episodes are hosted there. Now, a site like that is fantastic for gaining some traffic and some leverage and building your know, like, and trust factor, right? It helps people know who you are. It's kind of like your resume. But a website like that doesn't make sales, because a website like that is really geared more towards letting people know what you have to offer. And if you want people to buy from you, you have to tell them exactly the steps that you want them to take. It has to be laser focus. So if you think about going to a website like thrivinglaunch.com and you click on the about page and then, oh wait, you get distracted and then you go over here, that doesn't necessarily mean that you are on a focused path. So then what we want you to do is you need to create a specific website for each product that you have to offer. So now that you have your online course outline that we did in the last episode in part 3, we really want you to set up a way to automate your sales. So if you look at the website thrivinglaunchschool.com, that is the prime example of a sales funnel website, a website that is just focused on driving you towards the sale. So if you opt in, you'll get a virtual classroom, and you'll also get a workbook that's going to help you with this process that I'm walking you through. And what that does is I'm going to give you value, right? You opt in for that. I'm going to give you value whether you buy from me or not. You don't have to buy for me to give you value. I want to make sure that you walk away with something that you can really apply to your life. And that's what you want to do. You want to find ways to give people value and nurture a relationship with them over time. By having them opt in, you are allowing them to enter your exclusive information, and you are able to nurture a relationship through the emails that you send them over time. And all of this is automated. Then that drives people to a sales page, right? And as you can see if you've opted in, you'll see that I have a sales page that says, if you need more help, if you want more information, I've helped you as possibly can for free. But if you want everything I have that's going to walk you through step 1 through step 100 to get to where you want to be, point A to point Z, then you can buy this course. And what I do in that course, I teach you what I'm kind of teaching you here, but more in depth, on how to create an online course and how to make passive income. So that's an example of a sales funnel. And what that whole focus is to drive sales to that and to build relationships with people and to give value whether they buy from you or not. So what I want to encourage everyone to do is look at getting your funnel set up. And one of my favorite resources for this is ClickFunnels. Now, I don't want to be a fangirl, and I am an affiliate. If you go to thrivinglaunch.com, on the page, the show notes page of this, we have an affiliate link there. I would love for you to use that affiliate link because we're doing this podcast as a labor of love and it helps us, but that's not why I'm recommending it. Because ClickFunnels is a fantastic resource for building out your sales funnel websites and your member areas. It's a one-stop shop and you can easily integrate your shopping cart in there. Now you may say, well, why don't I just build it out on my WordPress site or my Squarespace site or something like that? Well, the good thing about ClickFunnels is it has the members area integrated and you can see the amount of traffic that's going to each page, which pages are working and which pages are not working. So you can adjust and tweak as your sales come through of what you want to do, where you need your focus, where you need to adjust your headline, what emails are working, what emails are not working. So it's a really great resource. I've been building out funnels for years for people, and I even developed my own funnel website, and which is now outdated because ClickFunnels is just far superior. So you need a way to integrate a shopping cart. You can do that with Stripe. Stripe is a great shopping cart, and ClickFunnels together. There's your members area in there. So that right there is your automation. It's the real gold. There's a lot more that goes into this. And if you want more support, make sure to go over to thrivinglaunchschool.com and get the virtual classroom that goes with this podcast episode. Listen to the other episodes as well, because we're going to keep diving in to how you can make passive income. Thanks so much for tuning in. Keep thriving. I so look forward to seeing your automated sites set up. You've been listening to the Thriving Launch podcast. For books and resources related to today's episode, make sure to head over to thrivinglaunch.com. We'll see you there.
Be sure to tune into our next episode where we're going to talk with email master Travis Sago. He's going to teach us how to email so that we're creating interest and excitement from our readers, and so that we also love to email our lists. And also, as usual, be sure to rate and review us on iTunes.